with experiences to understand and to love unconditionally and without boundaries. After hearing about the DUCS program, our family, we heard about it in December of 2012, and my family was eager to step in that gap, eager to share their family with these children and to show them the grace and mercy that God had already been shown to our family. And so we said yes. On that December 15th day, we got the phone call. A 12-year-old girl and an 8-year-old little boy had just arrived from Mexico. And so now here comes the excitement. The excitement begins. The excitement of bringing in these children into our home to share our family with them. The excitement of experiencing a new culture. The experience of being a part of their journey. The excitement of preparing their bedrooms for them. My girls used to help me put together arrival or gift packs for them. Alex would call us an hour before he was going to be to our house to let us know he was on his way. And so we'd sit and we'd watch the clock. And my little girls, they used to peek out of the window to see if they could get the first glimpse of our new arrival. But along with the frustration did come with the excitement did come some frustration. The obvious obstacles being the language barrier. However, we learned to use Google Translate really quickly. The food and culture differences. But for most of our kids, our biggest hurdle was their unwillingness to open up and to trust us, that we truly cared for them and that we were there for them. We noticed that after about 7 to 12 days, something happened, but we would wait. We would wait for them, and then they realized that we were genuine and that we truly did care for them. As time went on, we would learn as a family to bend around them, to bend around their likes and their likes, their foods differences and their culture differences. I remember in the beginning, I didn't understand why, after I had just prepared a big meal, why they didn't like it, until I learned that their food is so much different than ours. And so I started a quest. I wanted to give them something, and that was the security and a sense of home. And so I learned through trial and error how to make pupusas. And I knew the first night that I made pupusas and that 12-year-old boy sat at my table and he ate 6 pupusas in less than 3 minutes, I knew I was onto something. I knew I had just given that little boy home. I had given him something so familiar to him that he is in a place of everything is unfamiliar to him. And as the reality of their situation hits you and you realize what they're running from. We've read the headlines. They're running from poverty, from the gangs. They're running from violence. They're running from physical and sexual abuse. But they're also mourning. They are mourning leaving their loved ones behind. They're carrying with them a guilt because they promised that grandpa that they wouldn't leave, and they left. Or they're feeling guilty because they left their sick grandma. They're scared when they come to us, and yet they're excited. They're scared of this journey, and yet they're excited to be reunified with their parents. They're anticipating this new life, and they're dreaming of the possibilities of this new life. And more often than not, we have found that all these emotions and all these thoughts are flooding their minds all at the same time. And honestly, some of their stories, when you sit with them, will simply break your heart. It is in these moments that you realize they are only searching for what you and I already have. And oftentimes, I am guilty of this. I take it for granted. So here we are, back to our role as a people and as I believe as in a community, our role in their story. And it is to love them unconditionally, to comfort them during their time of crisis, to be that one who is willing to step out into the gap of their journey and to walk alongside them, to understand and to sympathize with them, and most of all, to show them mercy and grace. And it has been an honor for my family to be used to stand in the gap. We feel that programs like the DUCK program provides the hope that these children need on their journey. It puts these children into a safe environment that families can love and encourage them on their journey. I believe it is important that these kids see the loving, kind, and the compassionate side of their new country first. We feel that this will encourage them as their new story is unfolding. My family has had the opportunity to welcome, love, and release 21 children into this great country. Our family has grown and been enriched beyond measure. And we have certainly, without a doubt, been challenged to look outside of our box, to look outside and to step, to actually not only look, but to step, and to see this world through different lenses. If you see this pile of shoes up here, these shoes, they represent our 21 children and the combined 21,840 miles they traveled on their journey. And yes, I have had them come in flip-flops in November. Here are some things that I think to consider. This year, there will be 60,000, they're saying, children that are going to cross the border and land on U.S. soil in search of a new chapter in their story. And I feel it is imperative that we are prepared as God's people and as a community with open arms to love them, to encourage them, and to help them on this journey.